You know, for the first time, we present a report which shows what are the capabilities around the world in terms of measuring the ocean, understanding the ocean, what human resources are there out there.
So, you know, there is this buzz phrase, you cannot manage what you cannot measure. So this also applies to science itself. So we decided to measure the science. And this is the first attempt for us to measure who is doing what are the resources, what are the capacities.
Investment in the science about the ocean is just 0.04 to 4% in the different countries, which is, I would say, negligible.
Well, not surprisingly, the capability is very uneven around the world. I mean, we have major players who have infrastructure, who have vessels, who have capabilities, and others which do not. And so I guess the one key message is how do we make these things work together in a good way? How do we take the capabilities that exist in some places and make them available for the rest of the world?
We start to understand a lot. We have brains that are good enough, but you know, the investment, the knowledge is not sufficient for good action, and we really need to develop that.
We know something about the role of the ocean in climate change and in climate variability. We've measured the heat uptake and so on, but there's an awful lot of things we don't know.
And I'm much more optimistic nowadays that there is a huge, I would say, convergence of ambitions on the part of member states, on the part of governments, a very strong drive from the private sector. I think it cannot be stopped.
Exactly the process of deciding which investments to do is something we need a body like the IOC to do that. Because scientists would like to measure everything all the time, and then there's a question, what are the priorities?
The Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission is the only such commission within the United Nations system, and I would say globally, that is a large platform for science, for scientific research, for science policy interface, for exchange on an extremely important subject, which is the health of the ocean, the sustainability of the ocean. And already 148 countries are cooperating on the basis of this platform. All this gives me a lot of hope.